And they're very smart, and they wash their hands when they eat.
They do.
Very
Is that your wedding ring?
You have
Yeah.
$1 million, but anytime you see a child.
You have to stick your hand in the nearest toilet.
Nope. Gross.
That is gross.
$1 million, but
$1 million, but.
$1 million, but
You suddenly wake up in the middle of a random surgical procedure.
Oh, God!
Shall we do a minute of free debates?
Oh, yeah, your ass comes out of your ass.
okay. I have a question.
Answer.
Is the anus a genital?
Welcome to another Bored AF, my friends.
yeah,
Guys, Tanner's here.
Hi.
Normally Tanner sits right here.
Yeah,
Give
on
me
the-
a little sway over here.
On the floor.
Right there, right in front of Tim. Tim's still over there.
That's Tanny's spot.
That's Tim. But
Yeah.
Tanner's normally right on the floor in front of him.
They don't give me chairs.
Well, you got one today, so there you go.
I'm
Winning.
That is a stool.
high class.
That's a step up.
King in the castle, king in the castle.
Mari, why don't you start off as our judge?
Okay, I'll judge.
Ooh.
$1 million, but anytime you see a child,
Ooh.
which is a lot, because I'm a ballet teacher,
Yeah.
and I see them children's a lot.
Okay.
I have a question.
Answer.
Is the anus a genital?
Genitals have nothing to do with pleasure. They have to do with, well,
Transmission
No.
of genes. Genitals.
Yeah, genitals have something
Yep.
to do with reproduction. You don't reproduce out of the anus.
Okay.
$1 million, but anytime you see a child.
You have to stick your hand in the nearest toilet.
Nope. Gross.
That is gross.
Boats.
$1 million, but every time you see a child, you suddenly wake up in the middle of a random surgical procedure.
Oh, God!
God.
Oh!
$1 million,
You wouldn't want that?
but every time you see a child, one of your family members will make global news for doing something really effing stupid.
Heck yeah.
Oh, $1 million, but every time you see a child, you lose your most recent purchase.
Oh, she loves that. She's a minimalist.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't buy a lot of things.
But think about it like this: if you bought your food, it would just disappear out of your body.
Joven, what's yours?
$1 million, but you have to rub ghost peppers on your genitals. That's why I was asking.
Oh.
It all comes around.
Oh,
Yeah,
might
yeah.
be the butt.
So now I guess we can make a little case for our own cards, brief little sentence or two on why that would suck.
Nearest toilet. It could be anywhere. It could be a beach toilet. It could be the one toilet in the entire area
it's
that is
our office
clogged.
toilet, and it
Yeah.
would be the men's toilets
be
that's
clogged.
even closer.
Wait.
So every time
why
you
do you
see
think
a
men's
toilet-
poop is worse than like women's poop?
It
It
Oh,
is.
come on.
Is it? I've never seen women's poop. I don't know.
Yeah, ours doesn't
You're
smell
married.
at all.
Theirs comes out
That's not-
pink and cylindrical.
You wake up randomly in the middle of a surgical procedure. Fun fact, I have a thing on my arm called a ganglion. It's a cyst. They were going to remove it, but they would not put me under any form of anesthesia. They were just going to slice into my arm, remove this, and cut all the little tendons. I wouldn't be under anesthesia for that, which means that if you were under anesthesia, it would be a very serious medical procedure. And every time you see a child, you will be back on that operating table,
I just
unable to move,
wake up.
paralyzed, fully awake, feeling everything.
Yeah, man. I've seen that Hayden Christensen movie.
Just inject the heart. In an hour, he'll be dead and we'll be rich.
Wait, what?
Every time you see a child, one of your family members does something stupid that makes global news. We're not talking like a 5 o'clock news segment of like, watch this guy fall down off the second little bit of this ladder, yuck, yuck, yuck. No, this is seriously stupid global news. And I know if you put yourself in those shoes, if you made a mistake and your parents saw it on the news, how ashamed you would be. So I can only assume that translates to the rest of the family.
Yeah, no, you know, that's my family. I'm a lot more selfish, and I don't want to be waking up from surgeries all the time. I think this card is going to go to Bose.
Oh wow.
I don't know. It's just,
So
I keep
if
thinking
there's
about,
hot peppers on your genitals.
waking up. That's already happened to me today because I had ghost pepper sauce yesterday. And I'm feeling it.
But I feel
So
like
that's already my reality.
I feel like
Don't
we
look at me like
established
that. You-
that's not a genital.
I
You lose
win!
your most recent.
No, Bose already won.
Because that's the worst.
$1 million, but every time you see someone you recognize in public.
Ooh.
$1 million, but every time you see someone you recognize in public, Joven, your anus prolapses.
Ooh.
And if you don't know what that is, don't look it up.
$1 million,
sausage.
but every time you see someone you know in public, someone pilfers through everything in your bedroom.
Oh, that's
Incriminating.
annoying. Oh, that's so
exactly.
annoying.
And I like that it's
Probably
someone.
it's someone. It could be just your wife.
Of the things in your bedroom.
yeah.
$1 million, but every time you see someone you know in public, you must bathe in rotting onions and cat pee.
Already happens.
Yeah, you
that's the
sniff his
thing.
hands. Every time you see somebody recognized in public, you must replace the lead performer in the next stage play or concert in your area. That includes elementary school plays.
And Joven, every time you see someone you recognize in public, one of your creative ideas gets stolen and becomes extremely successful.
Oh no!
Oh, that was a blank fill in your own
blank.
card, yeah. That was a good one, Wes.
He put some thought into that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Shall we do a minute of free debates?
Oh, yeah, your ass comes out of your ass.
Okay.
Well, I mean, what do I got after that? You don't even know what they've touched. They're just in everything.
They touched it.
They've
touched it
touched
all.
it.
Joven, think about this. You live in Los Angeles. Oh, I'm so sorry.
How dare you?
I apologize.
Now, a lot of you guys at home don't know this,
pretty well.
but out of all the Smosh
good.
boys, Joven smells the best. He does. He actually puts on a little cologne, or he puts on
I don't
some
put on
aftershave
cologne
or
because
something.
I don't smell.
And he
the
puts
alcohol.
he puts some hair gel in. The man cares about how he looks and how he smells. Now
She's trying to-
suddenly has
She's pamming
to
me up.
bathe in
Maybe
cat
that's what
pee
you're
and
thinking.
onions.
Pam?
And now you smell like one of those cat people.
You
Smell like,
Insulting
and everyone's
now.
gonna think you're a cat guy.
I
Yeah.
hate cat people.
Yeah.
Think of every crappy piece of theater that's taking place in like, hey, this is the second story above a convenience store and we only had 1 week to rehearse, but please come and support.
It's a one-man show. For
You
a
are now
6-hour show.
in all of them. Everything starts getting bad reviews all at once because you haven't had a chance to rehearse and you just wing it every night.
I will admit, I have a reoccurring dream that it's not always the same reoccurring dream, but it is a stress dream that I have where I need to go on stage and perform like an old play.
I have had
and
that.
I
I have that
haven't
all the
rehearsed
time.
it.
You remember it, right?
yeah.
The Seventh Dwarf. I'm like,
It's
something
like-
about she's
and like
asleep.
about to go on stage, and it's one of the most terrifying dreams that I wake up from.
Yeah, no.
So Joven, you are very possessive of your creative ideas, and I know how much work you put into them. So imagine putting all of that work into a project, getting really, really excited about it, walking out in public, and then just seeing Mari's face. And she's excited to see you, and you know in your heart.
She took my idea.
The Joven Show
Someone
presented by
has
Mari.
stolen your idea,
I already am Plan B Mari.
and then
so
3 months later,
I would always be
it
Plan B
becomes
Mari.
super successful. And if you just hadn't gone outside.
For
It's true.
$125, you can trademark your show, your idea, your creative ideas. I will sue my way to the top. I don't need to be on camera.
Next on Smosh in Order.
And it's been super successful.
I don't like your card. Because I don't like the trump cards in these games where it's like, oh, you throw up cat pee. It's like, oh, of course that's I don't like your card.
Ooh.
It's a good card that would probably win anywhere else. But thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome.
My natural fear.
Nice.
Natural fear.
But my ego's too big. I would love this. I would fail in the biggest way possible.
And you'd be the most working man in the city.
My actual fear. I fart a lot.
Really? You do? I didn't know that.
I am legitimately terrified. More so than flightless birds. More so than peacocks. Prolapse anuses.
$1 million, but whenever you hear a dog bark,
You get hit in the face with a flying basketball. So literally it's like, oh no, oh no.
A loved one forgets that you exist, family man.
Oh god. Oh, that's rough. $1 million, but when you hear a dog bark, everyone else becomes invisible.
For how long?
that sounds
Forever.
great.
$1 million, but every time you hear a dog bark, You're soaked in sweat from head to toe. Just
Gross.
A wet boy. $1 million, but whenever you hear a dog bark, you have to tell a mother that her baby is ugly.
You get to tell a mother.
you have the plan.
I'm gonna go with having to tell the mother that her baby is ugly because then not only am I wealthy, but I get to go around making people feel bad. The thing about a loved one forgetting you exist, Wes, is I know you, Wes. You're a family man. You care a lot about your family. You want to have kids of your own one day, and you helped raise your brother. Having fun, buddy. If they forgot you existed?
50 first dates, man. They get to love you all over again.
Unless they just get scared that I'm in the house.
And I'm sure most of them have guns. So like,
Yes, Wes. Danger.
I wasn't gonna say it, but
It's Christmas time. You and your family are having a great time. Everyone's opening presents, and you got them all these presents. And suddenly, from the distance, a dog barks, and everyone's gone.
they're invisible when they're gone.
They're gone. They've all disappeared.
So you're sweaty.
You sound like
You're so-
like floppy sweat.
Okay, yeah, you have to tell a mother that her baby's ugly, including your own wife, because that's a mother. So imagine that. You got your wife, she just gave birth to your child, and you gotta say, hey, that thing you've been putting in your body for 9 months, and then it's out after all that trouble is ugly.
Yeah,
I feel like if the baby's ugly, then they know.
I don't know
They
how
know
that
the baby's
happens.
ugly.
I have seen you hit by a ball, not even a basketball, not even in the face, and it'll flash red every time.
Laser cord hit me in the nuts with a ball.
Yeah.
Getting faced with a flying basketball, yeah, that'll be annoying, but I could wear a face mask and a helmet.
You're mean.
It'll still hurt.
I can claim I have Tourette's, because that's, I mean,
To your wife?
Yep. You are soaked in sweat head to toe.
Sweaty
I'm
man.
my own slip and slide. I don't need to, pay for all that water.
Yeah, you're a wet boy.
Everyone else becomes invisible. I mean, yes. Look,
You could do whatever you want.
but
The world
no,
is
that's
yours.
It's the exact opposite. But also, I would just keep a dog around. I could be the only person that stars in movies because everyone else is constantly invisible.
What does that have to do with the
I would
dog?
have to be the only person on camera all the time because they literally couldn't film anyone else. But at the very end of the day, the most important thing to me are my loved ones, and if they forgot I existed, I would be very, very sad.
Yes, thank you. Just imagine a little toddler looking in your eyes that is your son or daughter saying, "Where's Papa?" But it's you.
You got the point already.
You got the point, buddy. You don't have to argue your point.
All right, guys, here's your prompt. $1 million, but when it's sunny,
You are instantly put inside a womb and must relive your own birth.
Oh my god.
all right, pretty strong front runner,
You forcefully lactate delicious milk.
AKA the huge. Tammy.
An invisible snail begins slowly following you, and if it ever reaches you, you die.
I like that one a lot.
Every
How about
time
me, know me
it's
more?
sunny, you get pregnant. Yeah.
All right.
$1 million, but when it's sunny for 1 hour, everyone in the city you're currently in will stop at nothing until they've hugged you.
So I don't know how much explanation or fighting I really do. You're put inside a womb and have to relive your own birth every time it's sunny out in Southern California.
Is this
This
a traumatizing
every
thing?
day. Every time this happens, you are put inside a womb. Not your mother's womb. You are just murdering women because you are way too
Wait,
big.
no, it is probably some organically grown womb that would fit his body. That's
Oh, he'd be Neo. Cool.
There's a lot of keywords in here. Forcefully lactate delicious.
So that's almost like a superpower, though. If someone's like, "Quick, get that like evil man out of that window," I'm just like, "Ha!" And all of a sudden it's just like, "Oh!"
Do you think girls
Right, like cow
that?
and chicken.
Yeah, right?
No.
Who cares?
I don't know
You just
about
find
women.
it really pain-
We've been to a lot of conventions where there's a lot of sweaty people. Could you imagine on a nice sunny day at San Diego Comic-Con, all of that sweat, that sweaty back?
You know the thing
You
is,
ever hug someone that's
I
a little
don't-
too sweaty on the back?
Here's the thing. I think this is the thing about me that like I don't like touching or being touched. Love hugs.
True.
Love it. No. I love it when people come up and are like, "Do you want a hug?" And you're like, "Yes." What I don't like is invasion of personal space without any warning. If someone comes over and I'm like got headphones on, it's just like, hey pal, we're gonna be filming.
You know what's an invasion of your space? A baby in your stomach every time it's sunny,
Pregnant.
and then you have it for 9 months.
Pregnant.
But that
Yeah.
milk just dribbles out. This milk forcibly.
Well, see, that's just an after. That's a side effect of the pregnancy.
Actually, yeah, when you're pregnant, you are forcefully lactating.
What is worse than personal bubble space, except an invisible snail that you have no idea where it's at, actively trying to murder you.
I think I've made my decision, you guys. See, yours is pretty good, Tanner, until
Thank
you
you.
realize it's just a metaphor for death in general. It's always out there, you never know when it's gonna get you, but it's invisible. So, you know what? That's what we're already dealing with. The forceful lactation's pretty rough, but I do think I
Grim
could turn
Reaper's
it
a
into a
snail.
business. However, I've never actually come to terms with the idea of being pregnant. And the thought of that just now, like, not having the choice on whether or not to be pregnant, it just happens. The idea of being pregnant, having to be pregnant, and it would be every 9 months because of how often that would happen, I can't do it. I don't want to live my life pregnant. That would not be fair to the child either. There's too many things I want to do, like extreme sports. So I'm gonna give it to Mari.
Yay!
Now I'm curious
Pregnant.
about Mari's card. I would have argued for Mari's card, like if it's sunny multiple days in a row, you would get pregnant with another
Boom,
baby
boom,
at the
boom.
same time.
$1 million, but when you walk up a staircase,
A rhino charges out of the nearest bush straight at you. Hope you don't like that house you're living in. It's gonna get broke.
all right, okay.
When you walk up the staircase, you shed all of your skin, like a snake.
Oh God! $1 million, but every time you go up the stairs, I don't really know what this means. You become a little bit more like a raccoon. Not a full, just a little bit more.
Like a
If she
trash can.
stops going upstairs like halfway through, though, you could just be Rocket.
I don't know what that is.
Jump off
Rocket
the stairs.
Raccoon.
It's from a movie, Justice League.
My card says you have to take 2 shots of horse urine.
Wow.
Cat pee, horse urine. You guys got similar cards for each other. I
look
like
at
it.
that. Very sweet.
It's like a gift for each other.
Every time you walk
Why
up a
have I
staircase,
been drinking
Bose,
it then?
you're not allowed to use any makeup for a week, and people really like taking close-up photographs of you.
Oh, another blank card. You
it's a
son of a
blank
bastard.
Oh no! I was
No.
like, I thought that was an actual card. I was like, ah!
Not fair.
Son of a
Yeah,
bastard.
that's not
All
fair.
right, okay.
Bose, I know you. You're somebody that likes to always be building towards something, always making a better life for yourself, whether it's career, personal stuff. Eventually, you're gonna want a home of some kind, whether it's condo, whatever. I think you're gonna want to be a homeowner. If you go upstairs in your own home and a rhino charges at you, it's not that it's necessarily gonna get you, but it's gonna do some real damage to your home and staircase and probably family. So,
Wait, are we talking about the wrestler or not?
it's the
Oh.
wrestler riding the animal, riding the villain. He's in
Your skin.
Avengers World of Tomorrow.
Flakes.
To leave.
And peels. It is dry.
I'm thinking
And-
of the craft.
Yeah. And when someone looks at you on these stairs, they just see like
I don't know. I kind of like my card because it's a little adorable because you become a little bit more like raccoons. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's just the hands. Maybe you go full raccoon, but then somebody would cage you. You might not have a voice anymore and you just go, ah, like a raccoon probably does. I don't know. This is kind of a cute card, but at the same time, it might be horrifying.
Every time you walk up any stairs, you cannot wear makeup for a week, and people really like taking up-close photos of you. I know this is one of your number one fears.
Okay, I gotta go through. I gotta go through a
Like,
couple
I know
of these.
how anxious this makes you.
We'll start with Wes's because he just did it. Actually, about a year ago, this would have been for sure my card.
Okay.
But I don't hate myself as much anymore. And you know, I walk up in this bitch all the time without makeup on. Some people may not make eye contact with me when I do, but that's fine. That's fine. Also, I have an unfair advantage in here, which I will get to in a minute, and it's when I walk up a staircase. I generally take an escalator or I take an elevator, and that's what you can do a lot of times. So it does add an anxiety to me that I have to choose the times that I take a staircase very carefully. Now, this one, if you had gone about the angle that I like to plan my life daily and I don't know when this is gonna happen, I guess when I walk up the stairs, but that I don't like that. I don't like that. This is
Snake skin.
disgusting.
Yeah.
This
that's
is
pretty rough.
disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
Real talk, that's pretty rough.
But see, the thing is that like you guys were like, oh, you'll have great skin afterwards. Like, no, I feel like human skin doesn't come back. When you peel away human flesh, it does not come back.
You should try having
Shut it like a
eczema.
snake.
Right, tell me about
No,
it.
dude, this is
That's
you should,
what-
yeah.
That is pretty
this
bad.
is awful. Wait, Jobin, what was yours?
Horse pee.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with this. One of my biggest fears, and like something that me up as a child, was watching The Fly. Watching him slowly turn into a fly. So, with my anxiety,
Nice.
I see a staircase, and I'm like, I have to take those stairs to go to this meeting. I'm like, but I'll become a little bit more like a raccoon. And I don't know how much more of a raccoon I'm gonna become every time I take the stairs. So it's like, I take the stair, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can just get away with it like this one time. And then after that, like, then I start getting fur, and then I'm like, I can't take any more stairs. So it's adding anxiety of decision making, and also my worst fear ever, which is becoming an animal. And once I'm in a cage and I'm just
Yeah. That sounds very
Oh, me?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Mari
That
crushed it.
Dude, that's
Good
Well
work,
done.
$1 million. But whenever you witness a public display of affection,
whenever you witness a public display of affection, you grow a unibrow.
Any PDA, everyone treats you like a little infant. A little infant
You would
you
never be
are.
allowed near my children. A felon with a life sentence for violent crimes is released from prison. He's not coming after you. He's not looking for you.
so you're saying this is on me for witnessing.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
your fault.
you see PDA, a violent crime felon is released.
Oh my gosh, the scarecrow is gonna be out again.
I got a simple one. It's like whenever you witness that public display of affection, you're gonna be like, oh, doing this, like, oh my god, why is this happening? Because you get pink eye.
Gross.
Every
Don't
time.
scratch your butt and touch your eye. Tanner, every time you witness a public display of affection, you have to tell your parents about your last sexual encounter in detail.
That's not a problem. He doesn't have sex.
Or her parents. Sorry, buddy.
You grow a unibrow. You can just shave that off, right? You're on set. You're on set. They've got you all done up. You got this acting career. You got this acting gig of your dreams. You're on set and you're ready for your scene. And right before the scene, you see two people making whoopee, and it just grows in thick.
Wait, that's not PDA.
That's not PDA. That's like full on.
That is. There's affection there. It
technically.
is public and
That's
it
right.
is
That's
on
right.
display.
And
There is never affection. Just kidding.
They make whoopee, and suddenly, and because of the magnitude of the thing, it grows in thick.
Just
and they're
explodes.
like,
Like a unicorn.
and the director stops and says, "We gotta shave him again, dude. We should just let him go. This is ridiculous. He never told us about this. This is awful
Hey,
every single time. You're not the man that they hired."
Too. Daddy, do you like the
Okay.
papa
Here's my issue.
Oh, you're not saying.
cry, you can work. Mow the lawn.
Oh my god.
You're not saying any words.
Tanner would
You
definitely
don't
be the
know
one to
anything,
like
babe.
that.
Absolutely not.
What's the
I
thing?
think it's really
Like,
I
I'm
hate. I physically burn with hatred for people who do baby talk to significant others or at me. It is the most infuriating thing I
God.
can.
Next time he's on walkie, I'm gonna jump on a walkie.
This. I am a full-grown adult.
your cheeks are so red.
Speak to me like an adult!
Yes.
Did somebody make a stinky?
someone give me those stinkies.
Tanner,
Please move on.
I'm sorry.
I'm so uncomfortable.
I'm
right
sorry that you feel uncomfortable in those situations.
you feel uncomfortable?
now. I hate you so much.
But try enjoying your $1 million. It's not even that many dollars if you live in New York or Los Angeles. That is just $1 million. There are violent felons being released into the public where they can kill and hurt and scar again.
Nobody cares. Woohoo.
Try to enjoy your life when others are just random strangers that you may not know are dying violently.
But I don't know them.
You might not know. Wow.
Angela, baby.
Look, these guys were getting out.
What's up?
These guys were getting out anyway. They had a lot of money.
Whenever you look at something, a public display of affection, you just get crap in your eye. Like, you literally get poop in
we're
your
back
eye.
to the
You get
pink eye.
pink eye.
But I would just write it off as allergy. Be like, ugh, I'm allergic to every tree.
No, people just walk by and be like, "That's conjunctivitis. I know it."
Be like, you don't know me.
Eyes that are pink are a huge bummer and whatnot. But I want you to think about your most intense sexual fantasy. Just the one that you go to. You already know what it is.
Here?
Yes.
It feels like a bag of sand.
Here's my thing with Damien.
Yeah.
I have a very close relationship with both my parents.
How close?
I
Probably that close, buddy.
He's done this already.
yeah,
I
like
could imagine.
I am open, especially with my dad, about anything.
Weekly sex talks.
Yeah, I
It's
have
not even that you had sex, it's detail. Like, we're talking details here?
It's whatever.
Even those dirty deets?
Look, they're my parents. They've done some dirty, dirty stuff in their day. Like, I've talked to my dad about. Moving on. Felons. Which ones?
The most violent crime.
The most violent ones? So 13 Ghosts of Felons.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, okay, look. Mari's card.
Go to give it
Like,
to Mari.
I'm going to murder you.
I didn't speak like
It
a baby.
gets under my
I
skin,
can see it.
inside my bone marrow.
You can't
and
murder
it's like,
anything because you're just a little baby.
Tanner, I used to have recurring dreams of people treating me like a kid or
Yeah.
like an infant when I was saying the correct answers to like a
Yes.
Jeopardy show.
Yes.
And I didn't understand why that was a nightmare for me, but that was my recurring nightmare.
oh, it's
Isn't that weird?
awful. It is like,
So I just projected my nightmares onto you and then hoped that you would have the same nightmares. And we do!
yes, I hate it so much. It is annoying. Mari wins this round.
Mari
And that means Mari wins the game!
Four of them.
You guys, that has been Bored AF with our winner, Mari Takahashi, and our special guest,
Do it
Tanner.
like a baby.
That has been our Bored AF with the winner, Mari Takahashi, and Tanner, the special winner man. Special winner man.
Thank you so much for coming
Quiet.
on.
Thank you
So-
so much. You guys can watch Bullet AF on Sundays whenever you want with all of us.
We.
Uniforms
pow, my bum
are
bum.
beautiful.
Tanner, actually, what is the diaper situation? Real quick. What's the diaper situation? How we doing?
Oh my god, Wes, you have to call him ugly because you're mean and you call people's babies ugly.
Baby's ugly.
Adult diapers are fine.
Depends.
Yeah, it depends.
Well done.
It's an adult diapers
I'm
joke.
leaving. All right, guys, thank you for watching $1 Million, but I will give you $1 million, but you have to click that like and subscribe button. I'm just kidding. I don't have $1 million. If you want to watch the last Bored AF, make sure to click on the box on the left to see Spyfall. And if you want something special YouTube picked out just for you, hit that box on the right.